What's up, guys? Joel's back with another reasoning sesh where I challenge the status quo of the wisdom of the world and the church by diving deep into the ancient scriptures, uncovering meanings glossed over by translations over the ages, really cutting to the core of the metaphysical meanings of these ancient texts and applying it practically to situations in our present day. And today I'm going to be talking about the difference between making material gains and actually making those gains that profit your soul.
Come now and let us reason together. Come now, we can talk it over.
But before I begin, I gotta say, if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more, because as we advance through this threshold, we are literally entering a new paradigm, a new system of Earth 2.0, where the old methods of manipulation and fear-mongering cannot exist in the light of true source. But with that out of the way, I'm just gonna jump right into it. From the Evangelion of Luke, Jesus spoke a parable unto them, saying, "The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have much goods laid up for many years. Take your ease, eat, drink, and be merry." So this guy already had some barns, but he wasn't even concerned about adding more barns. He just wanted to tear down his barns and make bigger ones to show off to his own soul how much he had in the material world. But guess what? God said unto him, "You fool, this night your soul shall be required of you. Then whose shall these things be which you have provided? So is he that lays up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God." And he also says in a couple of other places, like the Evangelion of Matthaiou and the Evangelion of Mark, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" So while we're here in the physical world, we're surrounded by materialism and all of this kind of physical gain that, of course, our egos want to achieve for ourselves. But guess what? That doesn't last. We can't take any of that with us. And it's only the development of our own souls, our own inner being, that we can actually profit from when we shed this flesh. And he said unto his disciples, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, neither for the body what you shall put on. The life is more than meat or food, and the body is more than raiment or clothes." And that reminds me of a verse in Tehillim, which says, "For he sees that the wise men die, likewise the fool and the brutish person perish, and leave their wealth to others." So none of this physical stuff can you actually take with us. And Jesus goes on to say to his disciples, "Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn, and God feeds them. How much more are you better than the fowls? And which of you with taking thought can add to his stature 1 cubit? You can't even get taller by stressing out about it. If you then be not able to do that thing which is least, why take you thought for the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not," meaning they don't work and they don't make their own fabrics to make their clothes out of. "And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then God so clothes the grass which is today in the field and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O you of little faith?" So have that faith in what actually matters. Have that faith in what actually transcends this physical world, what actually causes this physical world, and you will see what you need to live will be met to you. As he goes on to say, "Seek not you what you shall eat and what you shall drink, neither be of doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after." You know, those people trapped in the egoic physical mindset, they're looking out for these things. But guess what? Your Father knows that you have need of these things. Source knows what you really need to manifest your best life. "But rather seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that you have, and give alms. Provide yourself bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that fails not, where no thief approaches, neither moth corrupts. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And he also says in the Evangelion of Matthaiou, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So don't get distracted with the physical time-space dimensions and how they're influencing what we think we need to manifest whatever ends we think necessary in this physical time-space dimension. Really get in tune with the causal dimension. And when your heart is on that kind of treasure, everything to give you the life that you need to accomplish that end will be met to you, and it will be met in abundance, because Source is more than enough. Source manifested all of this just as a fraction of that totality which Source is. So we can tap into that and allow that to flow through us and into our lives, and from there actually manifest a life of abundance. So know that this is our potential. Know that we are called here in this experience of this life to actually manifest this. And we will all be on the other side of this page, creating from the space of a new manifestation rage. So I love you guys. I'll check you in another video. Stay optimistic and tap in, because we really are crossing into a new way of doing things. The kingdom of heaven on earth. We are the agents in place to actually bring this to pass. With that being said, I'll check you in another reasoning sesh. Joel signing out once again. Agape. Salaam. Namaste. Shalom.